Hey, what's up? So maybe you're considering buying the GoPro Hero 6 and you've watched a lot of reviews and it looks great, sounds great, whatever, right? That was the case with me. So what is it that nobody's talking about the GoPro Hero 6? You hear all about the low light performance, the image stabilization, the water, in fact it's waterproof, and all these things are great. But there's something they keep leaving out, and I don't know why. Either they're all Mac users or they all own Windows 10, and therein lies the problem. If you happen to be one of the 50% of the people, roughly 50% of the people that are still using Windows 7, GoPro has forgotten about you. They said, screw you, we're not going to support you. What am I talking about? Okay, so one of the coolest features about the Hero 6 is that it's got GPS, right? It records GPS. That was actually true as of Hero 5, but Hero 6 has it too. You can overlay the GPS data on your video, and it looks awesome. There's quite a few reviews out there that makes it look really cool, but there's a catch. You have to use the GoPro Quick software, and that only works with Windows 10. That's right. As of one of the recent versions of the GoPro software, they decided, yeah, you Windows 7 people, y'all just need to buy new computers or upgrade your operating system. Yeah, but what if I don't like Windows 10? Roughly 50% of the people out there still don't want Windows 10. They're still using Windows 7. And, well, GoPro don't care. You can't utilize the GPS features unless you upgrade Windows 10, and then you can use their software. I don't get that, right? I get it if it was like we were talking about Windows XP or something like that, but no, seriously, this is Windows 7 and they just decided they're not going to support it anymore. So if you have a new Hero 5 or Hero 6, yeah, you can't use the GoPro software. You can't utilize the GPS features. I don't know any other software right now that will actually utilize and access that GPS data, and especially allow you to overlay it like you can with the Hero or with the GoPro software. Nobody else is talking about that. I don't know why I don't see anybody else mention this in any of the reviews that I've watched. So is the GoPro Hero 6 still worth the money even though you can't utilize the GPS data? And my answer to that is yes, it is. And here's why. And it depends on why you're buying the camera to begin with, right? For me, I wanted the image stabilization, which is awesome. It really is. It's not quite as smooth as some people that do some funky walk or whatever. I mean, I have a little more bounce to my steps, so you notice that. And I've seen some people that make it look buttery smooth, and I don't know how they're walking, but that would be interesting to see. And unfortunately, they never film themselves walking and making this smooth video, but it would probably look pretty funny. It's waterproof. Now, that was true as of the Hero 5. The Hero 6 is waterproof. I don't see any reason why you buy the Hero 5. Why not get the Hero 6? It's a little bit better. I like the fact that I can shoot in rainy conditions. If it's raining outside or something like that, I don't have to worry about some case, putting it in some case that muffles down the audio and everything. I can shoot in the snow. When my kids were playing in the snow, that was one of the problems with the GoPro Hero 4 Silver that I've been using for a long time. And the gimbal is that they're not waterproof. So even in snow there, if the snow melts on it, it'll get your camera wet as well as your gimbal, and you'll end up ruining both. Just because you can't use the GoPro software with Windows 7 doesn't mean that you can't edit your video. You can find an older version of GoPro software, and unfortunately they don't even have it on their site. So I mean, really, for Windows 7 people, GoPro just said forget you. They don't care about you anymore. You just need to dish out more money and buy a better computer or newer operating system or something. I don't know. One software I would recommend is find Sony Vegas Movie Studio. You can find it on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description below, and that's what I use to edit all my videos. It works great, it's inexpensive, and I've been using Sony Vegas for many years now. The audio is a bit of a problem, right? So the audio complaints are legitimate. People you talk about, or the people you hear that talk about the audio quality, it's legit. I mean, there's problems with the audio, and the reason being is because they had to add an extra membrane to make it waterproof. And that extra membrane is going to affect the way the sound carries. But I use external microphones. As you can see here, I've got an external microphone here, and I've even got a lapel mic, and I'm recording with my iPhone. So I always use external audio. That's not a big problem, but there are cases where I don't want to use all that. I'm not shooting for that reason, just random shots and stuff like that, and I would kind of like the audio quality to be a little bit better. Is that a deal breaker? Not necessarily, but man, that is a huge penalty in my opinion. The night performance. Okay, so I've seen some videos there where they make the the low light performance look amazing. I was not that impressed. I also shot night, and I didn't get near the results that I've seen. I don't know what they're doing post-production. So what I did, I recorded some night shot in downtown Columbus, Mississippi. I'll put the link in the description below, but the low light performance just wasn't quite there. In particular, now this is that video is straight out of the camera. I did not run that through some sort of compression software or whatever. I didn't try to filter out the noise, no noise filter or anything. I uploaded it straight to YouTube, straight from the camera. And I'll put a link to that video in the description below so you can take a look. In particular, pay close attention to the dark areas. That's where the noise really gets bad. Now some of that noise will filter out through the compression that YouTube puts on the video itself, so it's not quite as bad looking in what you're going to see compared to the actual raw video file. But yeah, the noise is definitely noticeable. It's not astounding like some people make it seem. So yeah, don't expect miracles out of that. The other thing that I'm going to actually record, I'll make another video about because I want to test it, is that the image stabilization seems to deteriorate in low light conditions. And now I have a theory of this. This is just a note. It was a random observation that I made while using it, while walking and at that same video. That it was another video clip that I haven't uploaded, but that same night there in downtown Columbus, I was walking along and I noticed the image stabilization sucked. It just wasn't stabilizing. Now I have a theory as this, because of the added noise in the video, since it's electronic image stabilization is being done by the processor, the electronic image stabilization has trouble determining what is movement and what is just noise. So I'm going to do another video testing that out very soon. So yeah, anyways, well, that's my opinion of the Hero 6. That's what they're not telling you. If that matters to you, you might want to consider that before you go and buy one. But I'm still satisfied with the Hero 6 for the most part. Like I said, for the reasons I bought it, it does well. The image stabilization, the waterproof part, and just the video quality in general, it does exceptionally well. Anyways, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and I will bring you some more videos soon. Thanks for watching.